What if everything you call coincidence was actually a signal directed at you? Not luck, not randomness, but a message that you simply don't know how to read. Think about it. How many times have you seen the same number repeating? How many times did someone appear right when you were thinking about them? How many times did you feel like something was perfectly synchronized? And still, you ignored it. You were taught to. Since childhood, you were told the world is logical, cold, predictable, that everything has a simple cause, that what you don't understand is just randomness. But there's a problem with that idea. It doesn't explain what you feel. Because there are moments when life feels too precise to be a coincidence. A message that arrives right when you're about to give up. A song that says exactly what you needed to hear. An idea that appears and completely changes your direction. And in that instant, your mind doubts, but your intuition understands. This is where the internal conflict begins. Your reason says it's a coincidence, but something deeper responds. It's not. For centuries, some thinkers dared to question it. They spoke of invisible patterns, hidden connections, a reality that isn't as chaotic as it seems. And even if the modern world ignores it, you felt it. Now imagine this. Your mind is like a filter. It only sees what it believes is important. That's why when you think about something constantly, you start seeing it everywhere. Not because it appears more, but because now you're paying attention. So, what happens if you start looking for signals? You begin to find them. But here's the unsettling part. The more you notice them, the more they appear. And at that point, you can't go back. Because you begin to realize something uncomfortable. You weren't lost. You were just distracted. Most people live like this, asleep, automatic, reacting instead of observing. But there's a small group that starts noticing patterns. And when that happens, their reality changes. Because they stop seeing life as something random and start seeing it as a system that responds. But be careful. Seeing the signals is not enough, because you can spend years noticing them without changing anything. And that's where most people fail. This is where everything becomes real. Because it's not about believing in signals. It's about knowing what to do with them. Most people observe, but don't act. They see opportunities, but hesitate. They feel impulses, but ignore them. And in that instant, the opportunity disappears. Not because it wasn't real, but because you didn't respond. Life works like this. It doesn't reward those who understand. It rewards those who move. Think about your own life. How many opportunities did you lose? Just because you hesitated? How many times did you feel, this is important, and still did nothing? That moment was the test, and you failed. But not because you lacked ability, because you lacked decision. This is where real power is born. When you stop waiting for absolute clarity and start acting in the middle of uncertainty, because no one has all the answers. But some people move forward anyway, and those are the ones who end up mastering their lives. Now understand this, the world is not fair, it's not perfect, it's not designed to give you guarantees, but it does give you opportunities. Small, subtle, almost invisible, and your job is to take them. You don't need to understand everything, you just need to respond. Because every action you take changes your direction, and over time, your destiny. So here's something practical. Over the next few days, pay attention to what repeats, to what resonates with you, to what appears at the right moment. But this time, don't ignore it. Do something, anything, a step, a decision, a move. Because that small action is what separates those who stay the same from those who change their story. And now the question is simple. Are you going to keep seeing your life as a series of coincidences? Or are you going to start seeing it as a game you can master? If you made it this far, it's not a coincidence. Something inside you is waking up, and that changes everything. But remember this, the world does not belong to those who wait. It belongs to those who act. So starting today, stop ignoring. Stop doubting. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Because it doesn't exist. There is only this moment, and what you decide to do with it. And now that you understand this, that randomness isn't as random as it seems, that the signals are there, and that your power lies in how you respond, there's something they still haven't told you. Because recognizing the signals is only the first level. What's truly dangerous is that even when you see them, you might be interpreting them wrong. And that's where most people get lost. They think they're moving forward, but in reality, they're falling into a deeper illusion. Because not all signals elevate you. Some confuse you, some distract you, and others pull you completely away from your true path. So the question changes. It's no longer whether you can see them, but whether you can distinguish which ones are real and which ones are not. And that is what we're going to reveal in the next video. A deeper level, more uncomfortable, more real, where you'll understand why your mind can deceive you, how to avoid falling into false signals, and how to use this without destroying your own path. So don't get comfortable, because seeing does not mean understanding. Click on the next video that appears on your screen and discover what most people never come to understand.